took a look at Star Wars Empire at War, a new RTS set in the Star Wars universe.
Now, real-time strategy games are a great option for people who enjoy fighting, but also love mining.
Also, they're less boring than turn-based strategy.
I'll say. Now let's take a look back at the history of PC real-time strategy with our review of Command & Conquer the first 10 years.
Peanut butter and jelly, 80 points and Kobe Bryant, Meth Labs and Fresno, Command & Conquer. Today we celebrate 10 years of the mighty RTS Colossus with Command & Conquer the first decade.
До свидания. Good luck.
What you get is not just one Command & Conquer game, but all 12 of them on one disc. Let the strategizing begin!
I'm out of present for you.
Command & Conquer was not the first RTS, or even the first good one, but slapping around the civilized world with the hand of Nod was so fun, it instantly became a new high watermark for the genre. Oh, the sweet sounds of war.
Kane is going to be pleased to hear how skillfully you've handled yourself.
Command & Conquer practically invented the kitschy full-motion video, which continued in Command & Conquer Red Alert, where we meet a young Hitler.
Ich habe keine Zeit, hier rumzustehen.
Stalin.
Come, my dear. I have an assignment which requires your special skills.
And the worst Russian accent I've ever heard.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Red Alert 2 may not be quite the game its predecessors were, but it's still got plenty of chutzpah in some of the best cutscenes.
President, I'm afraid we have a heck of a situation down here.
What that president needs is a red phone that says Moscow. Yuri's Revenge is here too.
Yuri.
Run in fear, tiny people! The Red Dawn is breaking! I miss the 90s. So you've got a wildly beloved RTS franchise. The most obvious thing to do is make a first-person shooter. Command & Conquer Renegade rears its malformed head and feels just as out of place as ever in this collection. Command & Conquer Generals and Zero Hour round out first decade, but when you stick their more serious tone next to the earlier installments, you kind of miss the campy cool cinemas.
I have an assignment which requires your special skills.
Not all of these games offer online play, and the ones that do have a tendency to randomly crash. Despite it being an anthology of games you've already played, Command & Conquer the first decade is a winner, and we look forward to many more decades to come. A 4 out of 5.
Is it done, Yuri?
No, Comrade Premier. It has only begun.
I love those videos. In addition to the real-time strategy elements, the horrible acting in the cutscenes reminded me of Attack of the Clones.
Apparently, the lake country of Naboo is the intergalactic source of bad acting.
Well, thank you for joining us, and remember, though the prequels and their product tie-ins may be over,
So long as there is money to be made and children's memories to be destroyed, George Lucas will continue making Star Wars content.
I wonder if we could get other jobs making videos for Command & Conquer.
Yes. In fact, they may be using elements of this show for other Command & Conquer games. That's where people come in.
Right.
They conquer the studio. It's more like a Nook, really, than a studio.
Right.
They take over the X-Plane Nook, and then we have to harvest annoyance to try to drive them away.
You know, it does look like some of the Command & Conquer cutscenes were taken directly from X-Plane, like our control room scenes.
Exactly. Control room scenes and,
Looks
you know,
just like Command &
my
Conquer.
bedroom scenes. That's where the screaming comes from. That's me waking up in the
You're
morning.
just taking it too far.
What? I don't even
Hear
see
about
the
your
end.
bedroom.